Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Sandra Champlain. I've been an afterlife explorer for the better part of 25 years. I've written a book called We Don't Die, A Skeptic's Discovery of Life After Death, and I have 2 radio shows on the afterlife with near 400 episodes. So I'm passionate about this topic, and just about almost 5 years ago, I met Scott Milligan and Darren Wynn, and I was introduced to a new form of mediumship that I didn't even know existed. Well, actually 2, physical mediumship and trance mediumship. And we became good friends. And over the course of this past year, we've been blessed to be able to bring online classes and demonstrations. And of course, our Sunday gathering, maybe, and all kinds of spirituality. And for the last year, we have been doing a demonstration of trance mediumship where people could ask questions to Scott's inspirers in the unseen world. And not too long ago, I personally had this thought that it would be somehow nice to give back and to bring healing into it. And it's interesting because the very same day, Scott messaged me and he says, well, what do you think about adding healing into our Fridays? And so I knew in my heart, this didn't come from Scott, didn't come from me. It came from our friends in the unseen world. So we're doing something experimental. We are airing it as many places as we can to get as many people to sit. And if you have been someone who's registered to be live with us in our Zoom room, we thank you. And we also have given you the opportunity to add names of loved ones or maybe yourself to our healing guest book. So we thank you for that. So I'm going to turn it over to Scott to tell you more.
Hello, and thank you, Sandra, for aiding me in this mission. And the purpose of any form of communication is to be the healer between the 2 worlds, healing the need of the bereaved as well as healing the need of the spirit. And for a little while now, within my mind, I've had this feeling, what keeps knocking upon the door, that we should sit in a power. And what I would like to intend tonight is to be free in the sense of ripping up any rule books and just sitting. And I saw recently, as I assume many of you have seen, the absolutely catastrophic experience in India, which has also touched many countries. This coronavirus has touched us all, and together we will build a power, you and I. But I also would like for the opportunity to lead you to a place of rest. And whilst I'm leading you to a place of rest and creating the healing balm, at some point to move my mind so that our friends who are silently standing with us are able to share some thoughts. So hopefully it's a stream of healing meeting the stream of philosophy, and hopefully it's going to become the healing balm for us all. And I want to thank each of you from the bottom of my existence, the bottom of my soul, for being that drop of rain that has come together in its time of need. So I don't know where we're going to go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's going to happen, but all I know is that we're going to create this bond of friendship, you and I, and hopefully together, as the waves crash upon the shores of eternity, that we are able to do our part as instruments of the spirit, as voice of the unseen world, and hopefully take their worry away for humanity. So once again, we will meet in a contemplation, if you will, and then the music will fade at some point, and there may be a voice. If the voice does knock upon our door, just either stay in that healing balm or just keep your mind open to say to the spirit world, I am yours, and see where we lead. This could be 60 to 90 minutes of you just escaping your everyday life, or it could be 60 to 90 minutes of you doing your duty as an ambassador of the spirit world. So thank you for joining me. And I believe we're going to just start, if that's okay. So I ask all of you that if you wish, if you want to take off your shoes, please take off your shoes. If you need to get yourself comfortable, this is for all of us. It is a gift from the soul to the spirit, to us all. So if it is safe for you to do so, I would ask you just to close your eyes. And as the eyes close, I would like you just to take a moment, just to listen. Listen to the sounds around you. How at this moment your room speaks to you. It could be the sound of your breath. It could be the gentle beat of your heart. It could be someone who you love carrying on their duty of life. But whatever sounds meet you, let them find their place of rest. Or if the voice of the birds outside seem to touch your awareness, let them fly. If it is the sound of the rain that falls, let it wash away the dust of the past. As the sun will rise only to set, but as the light of the sun melts behind the mountain, the sky releases its secret of the stars that have always been. A light that has always been there, but now shines. As we drink in those thoughts, as these words come to meet you, allow your body, the temple that holds the light of your soul, to begin to rest. Rest from the aches and pains of the day, to heal from the scars of life. For each muscle is bound together in harmony. Is being soothed by this moment of peace. As the body begins to rest and the mind unburdens itself of the rocks and stones of life, you become free. Free like the bird that sings for you. Free from distractions and desires. Free from fear and doubt. And at this moment, allow your imagination to weave through your existence. As I want you to imagine that as you sit in the curtain of night that begins to fade away as the sun stretches from its place of rest, I want you to feel below your feet the soft, warm sand. Sand that has come to meet you in the golden shores of peace. As your mind accepts these words, your feet sink and peace washes over you. Your senses awaken. The voice of the ocean as the sound of waves that kiss the earth. And if you can find the strength, walk towards this sound as you make footprints in the sands of time. You make footprints in the present that fall into the past. Hearing the sound of the water, feeling the sands of life, the warmth of the sun burning away the storm that may have passed. As you move towards the ocean of peace, the waves that wash over rock and stone, this ocean of power that has seen the summers and felt every winter. It has watched the sun rise and listened to the sunset. This great power can bring you peace. As each time the wave comes and goes, it gets closer to your feet. And if you wish, you can take that step forward Feeling this gentle power of the wave across your toes, beginning to soothe your being, bringing a sense of peace. But as you sit this day, we offer ourselves to become a part of the ocean of life, an ocean that connects the lands, and brings us together. As the waves wash more across your feet, it washes away the aches and pains. You are a part of it. The ocean is a part of you. And as it begins to heal your body, you think of all those who you love. You think of all those who you care for. And as the waves come and go, it accepts them as a friend and reaches for their lives to once again bring peace in this balm, peace in this moment. For everyone you think, a drop of love falls upon them like the drop of rain that falls only to find peace. But as you stand on the golden shores, your love reaches out to a stranger that we will call friend, unknown, but deeply loved. Hoping that peace will come to their lives. And if tears are to fall, let them fall not in sadness, but in love, in happiness. For every drop can make a rainbow of peace, brought together by many colors that stand equal to one another. Healing shared with mankind, but also with the earth that we call home, may it too find peace. As we join hands with each other, and in friendship and in love. In peace and understanding. For if we care for the land, we care for the animals that may sleep under the stars, or sleep within the warmth of our love. We are threads woven together in the sense of peace. For this wave of power is endless, as we will never drink the ocean dry. You have made the ocean stronger in your presence. So stay with this thought, stay in this peace, just a little longer, as your feet sink further and your mind opens to the love of eternity, who call you friend. Be at peace. Be in love. you. As these words walk within your mind, your love falls upon your world, softening the love of others who may experience differently this day. As the music fades away, it represents those who have come and gone, who live now within your memory and live within your hearts. As the streams of your love rises to our world, the bonds of friendships are held so tightly, and our balm can come and walk. The troubles that lie upon your minds have fallen into our world. For as we take this moment to use the tools that you have given to carve now a sense of peace, so that your minds can rest and your hearts once again can be filled with the joys and happiness. As your love has reached deep within your earth, like the mighty tree stretches its roots only to find peace. For in your skies, you see the clearing of the cloud, to see the beauty that may have been hidden and now illuminates the path in which you walk, through the rocks and stones that one day will be chipped away, and peace will be the path in which all shall walk. The fragrance of your love has captured the imagination of our world, and we have come to serve and to be the voice of peace. Too many of the past have found unrest. Too many in the past have fallen through war and suffering. And now, as you stand in the peace of now, you stand to honor, but also to remind all that war is not the answer to a quarrel of two people that may not see a world, that man is born with two eyes, but work together as one to see peace, to hear the laughter of children, to be given the words, to be shared in conversation, not to have one voice loud and the other soft, but to speak as one, to have the hands that can steady the way for others who may be weak or uncertain. Your hands are used to build the bridge of peace. Your hands can tear down the weeds so that others can walk more freely. Your feet are strong to carry you upon the earth, to feel the beat of our mother, to walk and to run through life. But each must work and walk in harmony with each other. If one does not, you will continue to move in a circle that has no end. Walk in peace, and light will be your reality. That the mighty voice that has called to you all is here to tell you a story that is written in the ink of your love. A story that does not end, but lays down a path that others may follow after your story has run. That the marks upon the page is an expression of how you are. Are you the one that lives in the past? Do you live in days to come? Or are you living now to feel the drop of rain or warmth of the sun that shines? To be moved by the breath and the voice of the wind? Mankind must move. If you stand so still, you will sink. If you are to move, you move with the natural rhythm of life. As the sun rises to smile for mankind, the sun's light will never be hidden. But some men may stand in the shadow of others, whisper in secret, but the sun will still try to find and to show them that it is warmer when we stand in love, not in the shadow of hatred that causes so many tears. When love will never deny and will reach for those who may try to run from it. The love that has been sown this day, you may not see the crops grow, not at this moment, but over time will reveal its love as it merges from the darkness into the light. Your love is the seed, fanned by the efforts of our world to clear the air so people of your world can breathe, to wash away the imperfections of the earth, so the people of your world can feed and never be hungry. For the mountain to cry, so that the stream may flow and become pure, so mankind can sip the milk of the mountain's love. The body is born to sing a sweet song until the song is sung by others, and your smile is seen through those who you touch and love. A story that may be read by strangers' eyes, who may whisper your name and the name of those who you care for. You are all connected with the past into now and what is to come. You must leave the earth as strong and in peace, so those who inherit your love can continue to sweep the streets clean, to make the earth fall silent in peace, not be woken by the voice of unrest. Then the brother eagle will soar so strong into the sister's light. These are the prayers that I have come to share with your world, to help where one can, to paint a picture of a land of peace. But in order to bring the picture to life, colors must come and work in harmony, not in unrest. The marks in which we make will help to bring calm and peace to the surface of your being, to the depths of your soul. These are the words I wish to share with you all. Upon your path, upon your journey back into our world, you hold our world. You hold our love. And we hold you in our awareness for your world to find peace. So tears that may fall or wash away, and smile will return to you all. The thoughts that each of you have created an orchestra of sounds within our reality. The prayers that you may have shared with us have not been unheard. But our response to you all may not be captured in the common word, but through the silence of your world. Healing will be given, as no one is denied the love from your soul and from the spirit to your earth and to your friends, no matter what form it may take. You are all souls having an experience of life, life that has shown the best in humanity, but it has also shown the worst of humanity, where humanity itself can improve. You are links in an ever-growing chain of existence, forged by the hands of God, however you see God to be. For if it is true that so many people pray and give thoughts and offerings to symbols of hope upon your world, for as the master's hand to pace, for the hammer to fall upon to split the wood, and from the imagination of the master's hand, a symbol of their God is shown. But all the gods under your sun must have the vein of compassion, of understanding, of not allowing others who are devoted to the cause to say that my God is stronger than yours. As many in your world turn to God in time of fear, fear that life may be coming to an abrupt end, fear of the unknown, fear of being cast asunder by society, by others who may walk and think that they are above all. In actuality, for one who sleeps with no shoes upon their feet, who gazes at the stars to fill the drop of rain, they see experience. And within our reality, they become the richest one in eternity. As coins cannot come with you, memory, experience is the currency. Love is all things that come with you. You cannot buy a longer day, but your love can be happy and content with the experience that you are accepting and what you may wish to change. For sometimes one must fall, only to rise again, but have sympathy, empathy with those who may be less fortunate than oneself. Many of you have come this day in curiosity. That is a need but requires healing, light, or patience. For as these words distract you, our world is working upon all within your mind, all that rests within your heart, all that may concern, and doing what we can. For as we are to speak with you, we need your love, and we need each of you, no matter where you are in your world. You are becoming a point of interest, a point of focus for the healing balm to move through you, to anoint your hands, so that you can soothe another. For if this is a rambling of an old fall, then I accept those faults, as we all must play our duty to aid all life at this time. For even though that the voice may be recognized, there are other thoughts that are being heard and expressed, that we are merely the voice that carries and takes away the concerns, so that you can sleep peacefully this day to welcome a new beginning. For as the past is history, what is to come is the mystery. For at this very moment, men, women, children, animals, all life, somewhere in your world is praying for a little longer. That as their light begins to dim in your reality, it becomes bright within our world. That is how quickly. For if you are to die, you will do so within a breath. You are here, within our reality. Realizing then that the pain was with the body, and the body has served the benign purpose of carrying you from the golden shores into our world, crossing the ocean of uncertainty. But you are here, now basking in the summer lands, knowing that the pain you suffered yesterday is not here now. It will never touch you again. For as we are to turn to face you and to see the shadow of our love has created the grief for others, you stand with them and sing a song of silence that sometimes can be heard or felt or experienced. For on the darkest day of grief, a seed is given life and starts to grow again, battered by the storm of the one who misses you. But you will do, and we will also support whatever we can to alleviate that pinch and that sting, so that you can take a breath and find the strength to say, they have not gone. For I have loved them, and love can never die. Love can only transform. The voice may begin to fade within your memory, but the language of our world is not through common sound, but through the beat of your heart. Through your dreams you wander, and we stand with you. In your times of uncertainty, we are the strength. We are the mighty tree that you may stand to weather the storm. But my friends, you, all of you, are the streams and rivers that come together. The stream that you will never see where it is born, and you'll never realize when it transforms into the river. If you are to touch the stream, you become a part of it. You may disturb its flow and spend a moment. But if you are to remove your hands, it will continue to flow. But a piece of its love will be upon your skin, knowing that life will continue. And it will find peace once again. But you now carry it with you throughout your time. As we speak to you this day, we speak in a different way. And we reach to all of you. And we speak to each of you directly. That your world has been in darkness. But now you are the light. And together we will meet. For those who commune with our world, our voice will be strong. Our hands will hold you with strength. Your eyes will be strong to see the truth, not the misunderstanding of death. The leaf that falls makes way for new growth. It does not mourn the branch, but it has played its part. But remember, my friends, you are loved, and therefore that secret of love tells the world that you will not die. Dying is the easy part of life. Living is difficult. We have come to remind all of you that we will meet, and we will not let you go, but to live in this world, share your experience, gain knowledge, leave the impact for others to sing your existence and speak fondly of you. There are others in your world that have done things that now cause that name with a reaction. They have made mistakes. Don't follow them. Neither do you. Send a thought that can create war, not with physical hands, but war within yourself. For judgment belongs with the earth. Love belongs to your soul. We have said the sun does not discriminate. Should your love discriminate? Or is this another story for a different time? For you live your life in accordance to mankind. And if you look at the word mankind, it has the word kind within it. Be soft and gentle with one's thoughts, as you never know who will be listening. For as your thoughts may drop into the mill pond of life, it can cause ripples that affect so many. Be a positive effect and help all to come on a journey from birth into life and life beyond this life. For as your world once again meets, on behalf of all, we thank you, as you have cared for a flame that has flickered at time, but still burns bright. And may that flame come together in the fires of change. Every thought that you have had, be, if you are listening to these words now, or accepting them in a different time, you and I have created a flame that will burn and will feast on love and will burn away the darkness. So I hope For as this story comes to a close, your mind is more rested, your hearts are more filled. The body rests now from the pain and suffering that was. And if it is to become healed, may you walk the path that was laid by others, that moves you from the shadows back into the warmth. If the transition of life is to take place, may these words steady your path, as it is a stream that you must cross, and you will do so with ease. You will be missed by this world. You will be loved by ours, welcomed, and the vast vibrations of the world that awaits you will reveal more secrets as you progress through life that will never die. So, let me say to you all, the countries of your world, united together, the people of your world, accept that they are threads woven, bound to each other, stronger together, in love and in peace. And the echoes of thoughts of my companion, may I say to you all, peace be with you, and the families that you represent here this day, may they feel the warmth of eternity. Questions that may have been asked or thought of may not be answered, but could be for another day. For is there truly answers to questions that will lead to a greater question? Who will answer that thought? But as the sun sets on my experience, may the love of all that you have find peace. Good day to you, my friends.
Good day, Eric. Thank you. Thank you. As we're waiting for Scott to come back fully with us, just a few things. First of all, we're going to keep our Fridays going, at least the next couple of them, doing what we just did. There is a tremendous amount of pain and suffering in the world and within our own lives personally. And I don't know how it works. Maybe Scott can shed a little light, what he knows, but the spirit world definitely uses our prayers and definitely uses our love on planet Earth. Also, this Sunday, we have our Sunday gathering, and it's a very special one. We are remembering a bit of a man who's made a difference for all, and that is Walt Disney, and the magic of Disney is our theme. So you can imagine we will have some good music as well. Also, on Monday marks the 1 year anniversary that we started coming together on Mondays doing workshops with Scott. And although it's called Trance in the Altered States, it's an opportunity to sit similar to how we sat in the beginning, really learning to slow down and blend with that love from the unseen world. And it can really make a difference in our lives in so many different ways and kind of break down that veil between us and the afterlife, because there really isn't one. They can see us, they are with us. We just can't feel and see them, but it takes a quiet mind and our feelings, our emotions, our love. And for our side, it can really help to break down that wall. So, with that, Scott, are you open to just chat a little bit about healing?
Absolutely. And I just want to thank everyone. It is different today, but I felt very inspired last week, and it's been on my mind for a little while that I have been truly blessed with the experiences that I have had throughout my life and throughout my mediumistic awareness, to know that I don't believe that we live on, I know we live on. And I wanted to create a harmony so that we can give a thought to a stranger. And on the news, they have just shown some terrible things that are happening in India and with other countries. And like, our politicians seem to be fighting with one another when we need to be all in it together. And healing to me is having a mindfulness of saying to the spirit world, use me. And the spirit world must be concerned. And I love my friends from the spirit world. I love my family who are there, and they must be worried. So I want to take that worry away from them and to bring them peace and to thank them for all that they have done in life. Healing can be a simple smile. Now, at this moment, we have to wear masks so we don't see our smiles. So we must feel it. And for me, healing is just that thought of giving someone a bit of kindness and a bit of your time. When I started within mediumship, I was working through my life within a customer base, and I always found that I always got the old generations of ones who are a little bit confused, and you'll say to them, what would you like today? And they'll say, I'm 87, and they would just tell you a little bit about their life. And I thought that was lovely, because they were wanting to share. And for myself, I would say to the spirit world, why is this? And they said, you have given yourself in service, then give yourself to that person and just allow them to have that moment, because that you may be the only person they speak to that day, that week, or even longer. So for me, healing is on many layers. We normally do hands-on healing, which could be spiritual or physical. We can heal with our words. I believe many of our singers that we hear today are heavily influenced by their soul, but also of the spirit world. And their songs may be coming from pain, but they unite us all together. So I wanted to share a thought with Sandra, who happened to mirror my thought and say, do you know what? I'm also getting that feeling. So someone from the spirit world has said, wake up, Sandra, wake up, Scott. This is what we need. And it's taken a little time for us to wake up fully because we're a bit sleepy in the morning. And we have started something that I hope will carry on. Many people have been generous with their time every Friday to watch me support Sandra and support the idea. And I wanted to create this power that hopefully that you have taken. And so it's a gift from my soul to yours. And hopefully you will then share that gift in a smile or your time to others. And through those little drops, we will create these lovely connections. So I know that Sandra asked me a question, what is healing? Healing is just simple love. It's a simple moment of being friends. And I know there are people on here tonight who I haven't spoken to for many years, who have played part in my journey. And I cannot thank them enough. And there are names on here who I've not had the privilege of meeting yet. And I want to thank you for allowing me into your world and hopefully helping in whatever way I can. So thank you to you all. I hope that this has served you, and hopefully this is change, and change is always good.
I have one more question because I think this means a lot. When we sat today in the beginning, it just beautiful how you guided us into the healing. But could you talk a little bit about prayer? Because I grew up in a religion that had rehearsed prayer, and I don't even know what they mean. What is the best way that we can effectively pray?
For me, I pray from my soul, and I don't pray to God like the Bible would say, but I pray to consciousness. I pray to love. I pray to this power. And a prayer can never be rehearsed. It must always come from that beat of that moment. Now, I said to you earlier, well, where do I take them? And I had some ideas, but I will never rehearse it. I must go with that flow, and the prayer should always go with that flow. So for me, prayer is not rehearsed. It is my words knocking on the door of eternity. It's me saying to my friends who are very much alive that I'm ready for you. And it creates that kind of harmony. It's like preparing the party. I put the nice music on to get the atmosphere. And then as people turn up to the party, those words should make them feel welcomed and feel part of this whole essence of life.
Well, thank you very much. And thank you for your long time sitting on behalf of the spirit world. And for people that may be here for the first time, it's very interesting and it's very different to experience trance mediumship. But underneath all of it, Scott has a love of mankind. And like he says, the biggest lie of them all is death. We don't die. There is a beautiful thing that happens on the journey to go from a hope that the afterlife is real to a knowing. And there is nothing more painful, I think, than to experience grief from the physical death of a loved one. So beneath everything Scott does is to help mend healing hearts, help get that word out that we don't die. Our loved ones are around us. So on behalf of myself and Darren and Scott and all of our loved ones in the unseen world, this journey that we have is short. It can be incredibly painful. I think in the toughest times, sometimes we get the most growth for our soul. And I certainly know that if we've walked a path and we've had to overcome something, we are the perfect messenger to help a friend or someone we haven't even met yet. I think service is the key to this life and making a difference for others. But while we're here, know that you are loved, you're supported, even though we're not together in person. We are very real people, not too far away. Our love connects us, and there is an abundance of love around you right now, from those loved ones you've had that may have passed from this earth, and who knows who else. You are guided on this journey, but this life is for you. So embrace it. You are loved. Our home base is WeDon'tDie.com. I hope you join us for our Sunday gathering or next week, or for one of our other events, maybe our class. But I really want to thank you for being here. Bye, everyone.